Everyone, welcome back to science class. It is Tuesday, September 21st. Today we're looking at the first part of the scientific method, and our focus is really going to be on variables. We'll pick up with more of the scientific method tomorrow. Students in class watched a brain pop to introduce this idea of variables in the scientific method. Our learning target is working up to being able to run an experiment. So the next few days here, we're going to be working on planning and conducting a controlled experiment to test a hypothesis about a relationship between two variables. And we want to make sure we know the manipulated variable, the responding variable. We can list materials in a procedure and a conclusion. Here's what I'm calling, a vocabulary dump. Here are a whole bunch of vocabulary words that Mr. Robeater and I are hopeful are a review. So pause this video and make sure you look at these in your digital notebook or here on the screen. But those words include analyze, conclude, constants, the control group, data, experiment, hypothesis, inference, observe, qualitative data, quantitative data, results, tentative, and variable. And like I've already said, the focus for today is really making sure we understand variables. I'm going to read this one to you. An independent variable is the one thing you intend to vary or change in an experiment. This is also called the manipulated variable. A dependent variable is the thing that will change and that you intend to measure. It's also known as the measured or responding variable. I will post a link to this video looking more closely at these variables. Again, the manipulated is also known as the independent variable, and the responding variable will also be known as the dependent variable. In 8th grade, we use the words manipulated and responding, but next year moving forward, you'll use independent and dependent. We also think it's helpful to introduce those terms now, so when you're graphing information, it's a little easier to figure out which goes on which axis.
Hi.
Here's a little practice. So if you want to pause this video and see if you can identify the independent variable, the dependent variable, three things that should be constant or controlled in each experiment, and then write a hypothesis or a prediction. So again, please pause this video and write these down. Or if you're watching this and you were in class and you're just checking your work, go ahead and continue watching. So the distance from the eye chart affects the number of letters, and then things that should be the same are listed there. Again, this should be partner work in class. Here's some answers. I'm not going to take the time to go through all of it. You can kind of pause this and read the information here on the screen, as well as here. In class, we did some more practice, sorting some cards, independent and dependent variables. And then finally, there are some Quizlet scenarios that I will post a link to in the comments that you can continue to work on this topic. Please make sure your homework is up to date. Otherwise, tomorrow you'll be having a working lunch with Mr. Roweeder. That's assignments 1 through 5. Have a wonderful day. Please reach out with any questions or concerns.